SVG-TV news headlines sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
In the headlines, government signs new cooperation agreement with the Republic of India. Trinidad and Tobago Security Minister expresses concern that the country is becoming a war zone. Anti-government protests paralyze Hong Kong's business district and force closure of all schools. And in sports, West Indies batsman Nicholas Pooran suspended for ball tampering. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Good evening and welcome to SVG TV News for Wednesday, 13th November 2019. I am Yvette Bones with the details. Government today signed a memorandum of understanding with India for the quick impact projects which seek to improve the lives of the poor in SVG. Prime Minister Dr. Rav Gonsalves signed on behalf of the government of SVG, while India's visiting High Commissioner to Suriname, His Excellency Mahendra Singh Kanel, signed on behalf of his country. PM Gonsalves said that the quick impact projects will assist communities in dire need of assistance on a short-term basis.
Small projects which can bring quick results, not a long gestation period, which would help to lift the condition of life and living for people in one area or the other. And I want to thank the government of India for this very thoughtful gesture. Particular Prime Minister Modi, who is a man who has a pulse on the people, and like me, we have a profound commitment to helping the poor, the marginalized, and those who suffer from any particular hardship or discrimination.
India's High Commissioner, His Excellency Kanel, said that there is more in store for SVG as other cooperation agreements were signed by the Prime Minister on his recent visit to India. One of the agreements is for an exchange program which he said can start immediately once the government of SVG indicates what expertise they are interested in.
Would be happy to send an expert here for any specific training needs which can contribute to the capacity building, as also to invite executives from here to India again for its specific training needs. Besides, Excellency, we can also have e-ITech, which means training through video conferencing in any field required by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The High Commissioner said SVG will also benefit from a credit line of $14 million offered to CARICOM countries by the Indian government at the recently held UN General Assembly.
During that meeting, Prime Minister Modi had made a few announcements which include a grant of $14 million for the CARICOM member states, and also a line of credit of USD 150 million for the member states of CARICOM, which can be utilized for projects concerning solar, renewable energy, and climate change.
The relationship between SVG and India was underscored at today's signing ceremony as one that continues to strengthen. The Indian High Commissioner, who is accompanied by his wife, is expected to leave the state on Friday to return to Paramaribo, Suriname, where the High Commission office is based. SVG is one of 5 Caribbean countries participating in the Caribbean Youth Environment Network Clean Seas campaign. This campaign is geared towards reducing marine litter, which is a global concern affecting all the oceans of the world, including right here in the Caribbean. Coordinator of Cyan, Clonisha Romeo, told SVG-TV News that the campaign started in September and is expected to boost SVG's tourism product and at the same time educate the public about marine littering and the role they can play to help protect the marine environment.
Garbage that St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are a tourism destination, and we also focus a lot on the sea, especially in the Grenadines, and the health of our oceans is extremely important. So we try our best to do what we can to reduce the effects of marine litter on the environment in itself. We just started this launch, and it will go on for a short while, probably until the end of the year, because it's just the initial, like the pilot project for it now. So after the success of this phase, then we know exactly how far we can go along with it. Because we did some social media campaigns as well, where we also putting out there the ways in which you can reduce litter.
Under the Caribbean Clean Seas campaign, several cleanup activities have been held at beaches on mainland St. Vincent and in the Grenadines, with over 100 bags of garbage collected.
In September, we collected over 182 bags of garbage. A lot of plastic bottles, disposable containers, even things such as old engines, nets, fishing nets, ropes, those kind of items that was found. So through this campaign, we're able now to publicize to the public of how we can now reduce marine litter in St. Vincent. The government has already had a ban on styrofoam containers, which is a plus and it's a good start already. But now through this campaign, we are now able to do a lot more.
Romeo said the campaign has been well supported by the youth and that it is her hope that they will continue to do their part to keep the coastal and marine environment clean, even after the campaign comes to an end sometime next year.
In the cleanup that we had previously, we had schools involved, and we have students who are already stating that they're going to put bins in their classrooms, so in that way they will reduce the amount of litter that they actually enter into the school environment. And we also have different environmental clubs as well that are getting on board, trying their best to see exactly how they can start the education and awareness from a young age in the schools. And from there, it enters into the home, because once your child comes home and says, oh, today I learned that, oh, I should use a reusable bottle instead of keep buying water to go to school. That way now we know less plastic is entering into the environment. We try now to use a container when you're carrying lunch instead of trying to use a Ziploc plastic bag. At the end of the day, you're going to throw it away. So these are small changes that already start happening, and with one small change can make a bigger difference in the end.
The Christian Coalition of SVG, which is a group made up of several local churches, will be holding a march and rally tomorrow to highlight what they say are national issues of social and moral concern under the theme, A Call to Righteousness, Calling Our Nation to God. The Christian body says it is time to speak up against the challenge to the country's buggery and gross indecency laws, as well as crime, rape, and domestic violence.
We are using 2 points. The girls' high school, that bus stop that is close to the girls' high school, one group will meet there, and then there is another at Little Tokyo. And so we're going to make 2 stops in between, and then a final stop at the courthouse where we want to pray. After that, we will go to Heritage Square where we would have a rally there. And so we are hoping to start that rally around 12:30.
Calling all Christians, we're calling the Vincentian public to support on Thursday, the 14th of November 2019, our march and rally, a call to righteousness, calling the nation back to God. And we believe, as Proverbs 14 and 34 says, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. Let us let righteousness exalt St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and let us pray that sin will no longer be a reproach to our nation.
Meanwhile, one of the two persons challenging the country's buggery and gross indecency laws, Sean McLeish, describes tomorrow's planned event as unfortunate and anti-equality. During a telephone interview, McLeish said the country's buggery and gross domestic laws are against all human rights, which include those of the LGBTQ community, and should not be allowed.
It's unfortunate that a group of churches are planning an anti-equality protest march, which is an affront to the realization of social inclusion for all citizens, regardless of sexual orientation. Their position is against international law to protect the human rights of all citizens, a global community that SVG is a part of and needs. This is especially poignant since our record celebrated seat on the United Nations Security Council this year. People should not have to live in fear of or subjugation to their fellow human beings because of sexual orientation. And I am a proud gay Vincentian man, and my sexual orientation should not nullify my human rights, the same rights that other heterosexual people claim for themselves.
The claimant said SVG has the opportunity to show the world, through a court ruling in their favor, that it upholds the protection against violence and discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity, which is the most recent resolution adopted by the UN Human Rights Council. He added that it is not about if SVG is ready for inclusion, and that it is within his right to champion a cause like SVG's national hero, Joseph Chatier.
This is an issue that will be decided by the courts. It's not actually a referendum or a popularity contest. So my battle is actually in the court system, not with people, how they feel or about the case. These discriminatory colonial anti-gay laws have no place in a free and equal society. They should not be allowed to occupy space and power in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to marginalize people like me. I am proud to follow the legacy of Chatier, our great Garifuna national hero, who fought for freedom for his First Nation people of Hairuna.
Police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of 65-year-old farmer Roy Nichols. Nichols' body was discovered around 9 a.m. today in a vehicle on a property in the Queens Drive area. The police say no foul play is suspected at this time, and that an autopsy will be carried out to determine the cause of death. Annual Secondary Schools Drama Festival commences with coordinator expressing disappointment with lack of participation by some schools. This and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
C-Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products to furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs, the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. C-Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Breaking news! The greatest tile sale in the history of St. Vincent is back. With more, here's Thin Set Rowdy Face.
Thanks, Juan. Yes, free tiles for Christmas is back at Island Style Interiors, and there's real excitement in the air. Get this, buy 100 tiles at the regular price and get up to the next 25 tiles absolutely free.
Wow, that is a great deal.
Sure is, Juan. My wife's making me buy tiles right now before they sell out.
Thin Set? Oh well, this is Juan Cool Guy signing off and heading to Island Style in Arnos Vale for free tiles! Wait for me! Yay!
Kidney disease is a growing concern around the world and here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Chronic kidney disease is a life-threatening condition which occurs when a person's kidneys are no longer able to clean the toxins and waste products from the blood or perform other kidney functions normally. When this happens, a person needs dialysis. Dialysis is where a machine takes over the function of the kidney and safely removes the poisonous waste from the blood. Since 2012, Health Solutions Inc. has operated a full-service hemodialysis facility in SVG that offers state-of-the-art equipment, courteous, well-trained staff, and a comfortable treatment environment.
We're encouraging for early detection. Anyone who is either diabetic or hypertensive and has any questions or concerns, please contact us at 784-451-2836 or visit us at www.healthsolutionsSVG.org.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It's the Quartz Blackout Sale. Shop from Tuesday, November 12 to Thursday, November 14 for amazing deals. Buy a Frigidaire 14 cubic feet refrigerator and get a Frigidaire microwave free. Yes, you heard right. Or the LG 60-inch television and get a Samsung J2 smartphone free. Hurry, run, get there. But whatever you do, don't miss out. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. The North Union Secondary School and the St. Vincent Grammar School both took top spots in this year's NTRC 784I Code competition. The finale and prize-giving ceremony took place yesterday afternoon at the Methodist Church Hall in Kingstown. The North Union Secondary School, represented by the group NUSS Conquerors 2, took the top position in the secondary school's idea category, with Astra of the St. Vincent Grammar School in second place and the Union Island Secondary School's UISS geoplacing third. In the secondary school's mobile application category, the group Astra of the St. Vincent Grammar Schools secured the top spot, with the St. Joseph's Convent Kingstown's TMABF coming in second and the Mountain View Adventist Academy's S4 Corders taking the third position. In the open category, KNR took the top spot with We Are Here, placing second and First Contact in third. The girls' high school had the most entries in this year's competition. Here is a snippet of the unique ideas and mobile applications.
So, back to the menu section. You have various things such as top destinations in La Soufrière volcano, that view falls of Belanine, experience in Vincent, all the stuff that we have in St. Vincent, Palau, historical gardens, cultural festivals, then there's things to do, carnival, explore, hiking. Then there's also a section where you can plan a trip to St. Vincent and also within St. Vincent and Grenadines. There's also a section for hotels and restaurants if you're hungry. So entering the restaurant section, you'll be greeted by this. You have various restaurants aloft as well as the description of it. And if the restaurant has a menu, the button will come up to give you that option. So when you click it, you'll be given the menu for that restaurant.
Vincent and Grenadines. Let's say, for example, you want to find out the primary schools located at Beckway. You go to the search bar, you simply type in Beckway, enter. Beckway. Then we'll use Arab Primary as an example for now. Here you have, after, you have the grades. Let's use grade 5. And after grade 5, you have grade 5's book list. And then we'll click on English language. And here you have where the book is found at all the bookstores. As you can see, Games Book Center has the cheapest price. And after you already click Games Bookstore, there comes up a picture of the book, of the required text, the title, the author, the edition, the phone number, and the GPS.
Theatre arts is an avenue for the nation's youth to showcase their talent and creativity, and the coordinator of the secondary schools drama festival, Martin Kwashi, is encouraging more schools to participate in the festival. Kwashi's comments came at last evening's opening of this year's festival at the Peace Memorial Hall. So far, 13 schools have signed up to take part in this year's festival. Kwashi says while some schools have drama as part of their syllabus, they do not take part in the school's drama festival and expressed disappointment with their lack of participation.
And some of these schools do not even take part in the drama festival. Shame on you. They don't even take so that the students can get a practical knowledge of what theater is. What is the use of you saying you're teaching theater arts practical and theoretically, and then they can't do the practical? Shame on you. You're supposed to do the practical because that's how people see you as a dramatist. That's how people recognize you as an actor. Not write down fancy thing for me, because I will not be impressed. You have to do it naturally. So if you're, and I want this message to go to the secondary schools too. If you know you're involved in a theater arts program and you only want to nice up the people and with fancy words and things, forget about it. Theater is live and is living, and it's supposed to be very practical as well as the theoretical. Okay? Because you can't become a good actor if you just sit down and read literature books every day and you're not going on stage and perform. People must see you perform. So that's the practical part of it. When you're building sets, you're doing set designs, you're doing lighting, you're writing plays and all that. So it's very important that we take this thing very seriously and go forward.
He also called on the Ministry of Education to put the necessary structures in place to ensure the sustainability of the festival.
I'm not pleased with what is happening now in this secondary school drama festival. Too many of the schools are calling, so they're interested. Too many of them are dropping out for simple things, such as sometimes a child didn't come to practice today. The teacher call and say, "Kwashi, me drop out," just so. I mean, that cannot work. If we have to have a secondary school drama festival, for the sustainability of the festival, there needs to be things put in place by the Ministry of Education, the Department of Culture, and the secondary schools. So that have to be put in place so that you have a sustained secondary school drama festival. Otherwise, you just find them just dropping out, and then it would come to an end. And I don't like that. And I'm telling you now, and if you do a close-up on my face, you will see that I'm not pleased, I'm not happy with what is happening.
Kwashi said along with developing the talents of the youth, theatre arts is a vehicle to create disciplined men and women of tomorrow.
Lots of students who have attended secondary schools and take part in a drama festival, they have excelled, and some of them have big jobs now because of the confidence and what they have achieved from being in the secondary school drama festival. And I would meet them all the time, and they would tell me, yeah, Kwashi, I thank the teachers on the secondary schools for making me part of the festival, because if that wasn't for that, then I would not have the confidence that I have now. I would not have the boldness that I have now. I would not be able to speak properly like how I am speaking now, if it was not for the involvement in the secondary school drama festival. So I urge everyone in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the parents, the Ministry of Education, who has responsibility for the schools, and also the Department of Culture, let's do these things together and make sure that drama and theatre survive in the secondary school. We are trying to get the young ones disciplined, not just to do a play on stage, but discipline so that they can become better men and women of tomorrow.
The preliminary round of judging of the festival will run until November 21st, and the finals will be held on Wednesday, November 27th, where awards will be given out to students for outstanding performances during the preliminary round of judging. TNT Security Minister expresses fear the country is becoming a war zone. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
That was a local news segment.
The Everready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Everready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Everready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Everready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci Tang. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci Tang. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci Tang. Juicy. Tourism is for me. Tourism is for you. Tourism is everyone's business. Live it, love it, embrace it.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams.
The body moves in many expressive ways. The freedom of movement is often taken for granted until that freedom is restricted by pain. Maya's Pain Kill Gel is scientifically formulated to alleviate muscle and joint inflammation. With this gel, you can target the pain in areas where it's needed the most. Bring the joy of movement back into your life with Maya's Pain Kill Gel. Available at leading stores and pharmacies in SVG.
Sound the horns and rally the troops for the final home game of 2019.
Did somebody say winning streak?
We defeated Dominica. We took out Suriname. Now it's time to go for the hat-trick. Friday, November 15th, Vinci Heat will strike again as they take on Nicaragua at the Honestvale playing field. This is the final home game in the 2019 Nations League qualifiers. SVG's Vinci Heat is now at the top of their group, so we're calling all Vinci Heat fans to come out and support one of the most improved teams in the Caribbean, the Windward Islands football champions, Vincy Heat. You know the drill. Kickoff time, 3 p.m. sharp, Friday,
November 15th.
Honestville, Plainfield, Salah, as Vincy Heat takes on Nicaragua. For more info, follow us on Facebook at SVG Football Federation and Instagram at SVGFF Football. And remember, football is taking over.
It's the Quartz Blackout Sale. Shop from Tuesday, November 12th to Thursday, November 14th for amazing deals. Buy the Roswell Queen bed frame and get a nightstand free. Yes, you heard right. Or the JVC 43-inch TV and get a free JVC 24-inch TV. Hurry, run, get there. But whatever you do, don't miss out. Quartz, bringing value home.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy, Massey Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome to all news from the region. Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of National Security, Stuart Young, said the country is becoming a war zone, noting that for the year thus far, some 841 illegal firearms have been seized. He was contributing to the debate on the Bail Amendment No. 2 Bill 2019 in the Senate on Tuesday. The amendment will seek to restrict bail for anyone charged with possession of an illegal firearm, where the weapon is a prohibited weapon listed under the Firearms Act, even though it is a first offense. We hear more in this TTT News Live report.
There is absolutely no legitimate reason whatsoever to be in possession of an illegal firearm. As I've said here before and in the other place, the only reason a person is in possession of a firearm is to kill somebody. A firearm is not a toy.
The Young spoke about the use of AR-15 assault rifles in this country and referred to 2 cases earlier this year in which a number of AR-15 assault rifles were seized by police in Trinidad and Tobago. He said the AR-15 is a weapon of war and was used for a number of mass shootings in the U.S.
Parliament is now in possession of AR-15s. And I guarantee everyone in this Senate here today, Madam President, without fear of contradiction, that God forbid any one of you or your family members are told that criminal X has been put into possession of AR-15s to kill you, how you would feel at night.
The recently formed Change Guyana political party wants to change the country's taxation system and is promising if it is elected into office, there will be a complete overhaul. We hear more in this News Source report.
At the party's weekly press conference today, the focus was on fixing the tax system. Presidential candidate for Change Guyana, Robert Badal, who's a businessman, said when it comes to taxes in Guyana, it is a case of state extortion. He said there is just too many taxes being paid by ordinary Guyanese, and that has to change.
Effectively, both the PPP and the coalition governments tax both consumption, performance, and productivity. You don't do the whole range. You tax consumption mainly, you promote performance and productivity. And that's how Change Guyana will energize the private sector and create economic development all across this country. An effective tax policy should be designed to promote economic growth by stimulating investments that create sustainable jobs and income.
Among the changes Change Guyana wants to implement would be a 2% reduction in the current 14% value-added tax and the more than 30% reduction in taxes on imported vehicles. That's according to the party's prime ministerial candidate, Nigel Hines.
So Change Guyana's position is that for vehicles under 4 years of age, We plan to implement a 50% tax instead of the current 82% overall tax on vehicles between 1,500 to 2,000 cc. Now, the current tax, when you put them all together, which comprise of 45% duty, 10% excise tax, and 40% VAT, comes up to 82%. So if you're buying one vehicle under 2,000 cc and above 1,500 cc, you're virtually paying for two.
Mr. Hines said Change Guyana would also increase the income tax threshold to $100,000 so that more persons will be able to take home more money. He also said the party would also repeal a number of other taxes applicable to the business community so that businesses could produce more.
The Dominica clergy is being advised to refrain from partisan politics in the lead up to the December 6th general election. We hear more in this news report.
Call from Bishop of Roseau, His Lordship Gabriel Malzer, as the country prepares for Election Day on Friday, 6 December. The bishop took the opportunity to quote the election code of the Dominica Christian Council on how clergy should conduct themselves in this pre-election period.
As clergy, we are to, 1, recognize that our basic obligation is to promote unity in our communities, and therefore to refrain from saying or doing anything likely to be interpreted as partisan politics. And 2, recognize our responsibility to give at all times, and especially during the period before and up to election time, moral and spiritual guidance to our flocks. I invite all Catholics, all other Christians, and all people of goodwill to join me in making this pre-election period one of intense prayer and fasting for ourselves and for the nation.
Bishop Malzer also advised the Dominican public to exercise its right to vote and reminded the citizens of their code of conduct under the election code.
As citizens, we are to make an effort to know the parties, their aims, objectives, and policies in order to make a reasonable choice. Vote as free persons, not to debase ourselves by selling our votes for money or any personal favor. Oppose and reject any candidate who use bribery, intimidation, or threats of violence to win votes. Reject any invitation to join in the harassment of those whose political views are different from ours. Accept the verdict of the majority, even if this differs from how one has voted in accordance with one's conscience.
Anti-government protests paralyzed Hong Kong's business district and forced closure of all schools. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112. There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up. Start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Public Bank. We're the one for you.
Still going to town for hardware? No, you don't need to. Pinchers Hardware in Pembroke. It's your one-stop shop for all your hardware needs. We stock building materials, blocks, sand, and stones. Also plumbing and electrical fittings. We have automotive supplies too. And to make things easy, we will deliver to your location. Come on in or simply call us at 458-7591 or 533-1576. We are open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pinchers Hardware, located in Pembroke, where quality meets price.
It's the Quartz Blackout Sale. Shop from Tuesday, November 12 to Thursday, November 14 for amazing deals. Buy a Frigidaire 14 cubic feet refrigerator and get a Frigidaire microwave free. Yes, you heard right. Or the LG 60-inch television and get a Samsung J2 smartphone free. Hurry, run, get there. But whatever you do, don't miss out. Quartz, bringing value home.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Couriers Distribution Limited.
For over 60 years, we have sought only the best beans grown in the lush hills of the Andean mountains of Colombia. Cold Cafe. We carefully select only the very best beans and roast them to delicious perfection by our experienced roast masters. Cold Cafe. Cold Cafe treats you to one of the finest coffees in the world. Available in classic and decaffeinated. A rich flavor and aroma that can only come from 100% Colombian coffee. Cold Cafe. Indulge yourself in our delicious cappuccinos available in classic mocha and French vanilla. Enjoy them hot to warm your soul or cool to cool you down. Either way, they are incredibly satisfying. So go ahead, enjoy Cold Cafe and treat yourself.
Welcome to the international news. A third day of protest paralysis in Hong Kong has forced officials to order the closure of all schools on November 14th. Universities have also cancelled classes, while the Chinese University of Hong Kong will be closed for the rest of the term due to safety concerns. We hear more in this report.
The Chinese University of Hong Kong became a literal war zone on Tuesday. Students and police were locked in an intense battle, with petrol bombs and tear gas flying between the two sides. The police have been criticized for storming into the campuses in a bid to arrest many anti-government protesters.
Invading university campuses is seen as a very provocative act because it basically forced the entire student body to come out to face the police and clash with the police. Because of peer group pressure, obviously students cannot feel that they can comfortably sit in their rooms to engage in study while their fellow classmates are confronting the police.
But the police have defended their actions. They said the main objective was to protect a bridge which spans the highway outside the university. Police said many student protesters were allegedly throwing items onto the roads, causing danger to the public. And many of the students were armed with offensive weapons like chainsaws and bows and arrows.
It is very unfair for everyone to put the blame on police officers for the current chaotic and panic situation. Who would have imagined a university has become a manufacturing base for petrol bombs and a refuge for rioters and criminals? We must make this very clear. Nowhere in Hong Kong is lawless land. If someone breaks the law, regardless of where you hide, the police have lawful powers to come after the offenders and bring them to justice. No excuse, no political demand can spare anyone from legal liability.
General strikes across Hong Kong have brought parts of the city to a halt. Traffic was paralyzed as MTR services were either suspended or disrupted and multiple roadblocks were erected. Confrontations also broke out between anti-government protesters and the police at universities across Hong Kong on Monday, including this one at the University of Hong Kong. Police had infiltrated the campuses, firing multiple rounds of tear gas, affecting thousands of students. Classes had to be cancelled and some universities even had to put off their graduation ceremonies. As a safety measure, schools in Hong Kong will suspend classes on Thursday. Afifa Arifin, CNA, Hong Kong.
And that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, we take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
Let's go! Turn up the fun!
With Chocolisto and its great flavor, enriched with vitamins and minerals that help you grow.
Chocolisto makes you big and strong.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices, then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Budgemart's big sellout is back and still has the best deals. Baguette bread pans, now only $29.95. 5-piece cake pan set was $84.90, now $63.70. 4-piece non-stick cake pan set was $55, now $39.60. 3-piece non-stick pan set was $29.20, now $21.90. Short motion bins was $297.55, now $223.15. 6-piece aluminum pot set was $450, now $350. Tall motion bin was $423.64, now $317.75. Real deals, real savings, and no gimmicks. When every dollar counts, shop at Budgemart.
Now for our local weather forecast. Present conditions fair. Winds north-northeast at 6 kilometers per hour. Temperature 27.0 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 81%. Barometric pressure 10.5 millibars. 24-hour rainfall 5.1 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature 29.6 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature 24.9 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 5:35 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 6:03 a.m. The forecast: fair at first, becoming cloudy with showers and isolated thunderstorms. And now synopsis. Weak unstable conditions are across the island.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Budgemart's big sellout is back and still has the best deals. Baguette bread pans, now only $29.95. 5-piece cake pan set was $84.90, now $63.70. 4-piece non-stick cake pan set was $55, now $39.60. 3-piece non-stick pan set was $29.20, now $21.90. Short motion bins was $297.55, now $223.15. 6-piece aluminum pot set was $450, now $350. Tall motion bin was $423.64, now $317.75. Real deals, real savings, and no gimmicks. When every dollar counts, shop at Budgemart.
Why not just go to Gibson's Building Supplies?
Here at Gibson's, it doesn't matter if you're building, renovating, or just shopping to improve your home. Because this Christmas, Gibson's Building Supplies has all that you need. With 25% off selected doors and tiles, 20% off paint, and 15% off store-wide. Many more deals to come. So why feel like this when you can feel like this? So come on in to Gibson's Building Supplies today.
Welcome to the evening sports. West Indies batsman Nicholas Pooran has been banned from the Windies' next 4 2020 internationals after admitting to tampering with the ball. The 24-year-old was caught on camera using his thumb to scrape the ball and seam during the final match of the 3-0 one-day series win over Afghanistan. Pooran has since accepted the charge under the International Cricket Council's code. The batsman will return to Yorkshire as an overseas player during 2020. Pooran has signed to play in the majority of next year's T20 Blast, having featured for the country in that competition in 2019. A statement from the ICC Cricket's world governing body noted that Pooran was charged with violating Article 2.14 of the code, which relates to changing the condition of the ball, and as a result, he will miss the next 40-20 international games for the West Indies and will have 5 demerit points added to his record. Joshua De Silva struck a maiden 100 in only his third List A appearance as West Indies emerging players produced a polished all-round performance to stun Windward Island's Volcanoes by 107 runs in the Regional Super 50 Cup on Monday. The 21-year-old right-hander gathered an unbeaten 103 of 124 deliveries as emerging players opting to bat first at Brian Lara Stadium piled up 261 for 3 of their 50 overs. Left-hander Gidron Pope hit exactly 50. Roland Cato carved out a pulsating unbeaten 49 off just 29 balls, while Justin Graves chipped in with a valuable 46. Fast bowler Keon Harding then snatched 4 for 45 and new ball partner Kevin Sinclair 3 for 19 to wreck the Volcanoes' innings and send it tumbling to 154 all out of 38 overs. Shane Shillingford, batting at number 9, resisted with an unbeaten 41, while number 8 Kieran Kotoy got 33, but Kavim Hodge with 28 was the only specialist batsman to pass 10. The victory, their second in 3 matches, put emerging players in a 3-way tie on 8 points in Group B, but they lie third behind host Trinidad and Tobago Red Force and Guyana Jaguars on net run rate. The Volcanoes are rock bottom without a win in 2 outings, following their opening defeat to the Red Force. Jamaica Scorpions beat the combined campuses and colleges Marooners by 97 runs in the Regional Super 50 Cricket Championship yesterday at Warner Park in St. Kitts. The scores: Jamaica Scorpions 330 for 8 of 50 overs, combined campuses and colleges 233 for 9 of 45.2 overs. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy, Massey Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112. There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up. Start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal, at the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions, secure parking, great and beyond. At the cruise ship terminal, at the
Cruise Ship Terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the Cruise Ship Terminal. The Cruise Ship Terminal.
It's the Quartz Blackout Sale. Shop from Tuesday, November 12th to Thursday, November 14th for amazing deals. Buy the Roswell Queen bed frame and get a nightstand free. Yes, you heard right. Or the JVC 43-inch TV and get a free JVC 24-inch TV. Hurry, run, get there. But whatever you do, don't miss out. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. The Division of Teacher Education, Bethel Young Lasses, and the Division of Arts Sciences and General Studies made winning starts to the 2019 ECGC Island SIP Water St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College Invitational Netball Championship at the Sion Hill Hard Court yesterday afternoon. The Division of Teacher Education defeated the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force Youth Club 26-15. Newcomers Bethel Young Lasses gained a 21-18 win over the Division of Technical and Vocational Education. In the scheduled third match of the opening day, defending champions the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies won by default over the Division of Nursing Education. The championship will continue next Tuesday. In the Firms and Industrial Netball Championship, Vitamalt Ministry of Education Teachers Combined beat the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force 45-27, while Sea and Airport Authorities and CWSA Combined defeated Massey Stowe's SVG 37-26 at the Kingston Netball Center in New Montrose yesterday afternoon. The championship will continue tomorrow afternoon when Massey Stowe's SVG meet the Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Culture at 5, and at 5:45 KFC will play against the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force at the Kingston Netball Center in New Montrose. In Group B of the Hyroon KCCU National Lotteries Authority Richland Park 9-a-side Football Championship, Hand in Hand beat Beefy Convenience Shop Highlanders Masters 6-4 at the Richland Park Oval yesterday afternoon. 2 goals by Xavier Paul and a goal each from Figo Pope, Danny Guy, Shem Descent and Ossie Martin ensured the victory for Hand in Hand. The goals for Beefy Convenience Shop Highlanders Masters were converted by Anizel Lewis 3 and Jermaine Cumberbatch 1. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Sound the horns and rally the troops for the final home game of 2019.
Did somebody say winning streak?
We defeated Dominica. We took out Suriname. Now it's time to go for the hat-trick. Friday, November 15th, Vincy Heat will strike again as they take on Nicaragua at the Honnesvale playing field. This is the final home game in the 2019 Nations League qualifiers. SVG's Vincy Heat is now at the top of their group. So we're calling all Vincy Heat fans to come out and support one of the most improved teams in the Caribbean, the Windward Islands football champions, Vincy Heat. You know the drill. Kickoff time, 3 p.m. sharp. Friday,
November 15th.
Honnesvale Plainfield Seller as Vincy Heat takes on Nicaragua. For more info, follow us on Facebook at SVG Football Federation and Instagram at SVGFF Football. And remember, football is taking over.
Singer is your family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances, TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
Tourism is for me. Tourism is for you. Tourism is everyone's business. Yeah, live it, love it, embrace it.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
For life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. So play as much as you can. Monthly prices to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your own keys. Set for life.
It's the Quartz Blackout Sale. Shop from Tuesday, November 12 to Thursday, November 14 for amazing deals. Buy a Frigidaire 14 cubic feet refrigerator and get a Frigidaire microwave free. Yes, you heard right. Or the LG 60-inch television and get a Samsung J2 smartphone free. Hurry, run, get there. But whatever you do, don't miss out. Quartz, bringing value home.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Government signs new cooperation agreement with the Republic of India. TNT Security Minister expresses fear the country is becoming a war zone. Anti-government protests paralyzed Hong Kong's business district and forced closure of all schools. And in sports, West Indies batsman Nicholas Pooran suspended for ball tampering. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Yvette Bowens. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV's News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentions for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up. Start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting. For people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It's the Quartz Blackout Sale. Shop from Tuesday, November 12th to Thursday, November 14th for amazing deals. Buy the Roswell Queen bed frame and get a nightstand free. Yes, you heard right. Or the JVC 43-inch TV and get a free JVC 24-inch TV. Hurry, run, get there. But whatever you do, don't miss out. Quartz, bringing value home.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 20